Okay, Nick, by what relation do you count gods in the Trinity?
There are no gods in the Trinity, and there's certainly no true unity in your metaphysically composite, anthropomorphic, so-called deity. Modern scholarship has concluded that Ibn Hanbal, one of your guys, was an anthropomorphist who affirmed a humanoid form for Allah, which included a face, eyes, curly hair, a mouth, elbows, arms, hands with palms, legs, feet, and even, shockingly, loins. You have this hadith where Muhammad says that he saw Allah in the form of a beardless young man with short curly hair, as well as this hadith where Muhammad saw Allah in a beautiful form, and Allah placed his palm between Muhammad's shoulder blades, and Muhammad actually felt the coolness of Allah's fingertips. And according to Ahmad ibn Hanbal, the hadith have to be taken according to the apparent meaning, as opposed to interpretations that are metaphorical or figurative in nature. Moreover, Imam Ali ibn Uthman al-Ushi says that the attributes of Allah are not his self per se, neither are they separate, nor are they dissociated. The commentator Abu Hassan says that the Arabic term translated as self is that, which literally means essence. And he goes on to say that Muslims believe that the attributes are neither Allah's self or essence, nor are they other than Allah's self or essence. If the attributes are not the essence, they can only be other than the essence. But if they're not other than the essence, they can only be the essence. When you make a statement, either the proposition itself is true or its negation is true, but both cannot be true at the same time. This is a direct violation of the law of excluded middle, a blatant logical contradiction. And you yourself even affirm this belief in one of the most shocking admissions I've ever seen.
God has multiple real attributes that are not distinct merely in mind alone. They are ontologically distinct.
So I just
They
want to be
are
clear.
really distinct from each
So I
other.
just want to be clear. God has, I just want to make sure I'm not strawman you. God has multiple ontologies, right? According to you.
God has multiple real distinct attributes. Yes, he does.
Yikes. And moreover, you spend all your time attacking the Trinity when your own theology was heavily influenced by Trinitarian metaphysics. Henry A. Wolfson says that the Orthodox Muslim view of the reality and eternity of attributes had its origin in the conciliar Christian doctrine of the reality of the second and third persons of the Holy Trinity. And Wolfson goes on to say that there's some kind of relation between the Muslim belief in the attributes and the Christian belief in the Trinity. The metaphysical basis for the existence of the Son and the Holy Spirit were then transformed into Islamic attributes. And in his translation and commentary of the Creed of Imam al-Tahawi, Sheikh Hamza Yusuf says that the Mu'tazila, an early Islamic sect, abominated the Sunni notion of hypostatic attributes. What's interesting is that in Christian theology, the persons of the Trinity are hypostatic realities, which means that they mutually subsist within the single divine essence. The Sunnis appropriated this understanding of the persons and applied it to the attributes. And this is why the Mu'tazila accused the Sunnis of being closer to the Christian Trinitarians in this regard. And the Sunnis responded with the biggest copium imaginable, that the attributes were in addition to the essence in such a way as to be neither the essence nor other than the essence. In other words, a blatant logical contradiction. And Sheikh Hamza Yusuf admits that true theology, which for him is obviously Islam, is a mental activity that often involves paradoxes, and the attempt to reconcile them is, to some degree, the squaring of a circle within an enlightened mind. But therein lies the problem. A square circle is not a paradox, it's a contradiction.